Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Hey! Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah. If you a woman with power, say yeah, yeah. Hey, women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself trying to find someone else.
Hey, hey, lovely people. It is your girl, Kea Simone, coming to you straight from the 313. And you already know what it is. It's all love. Yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another advice day. So today we will be giving advice to someone that's looking for advice. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. As you come in, remember to hit that like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on these lives. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into letter number 1. Are you guys ready? Yes, let's just go ahead and jump in. So the letter starts off, my she's 32 and her husband is 30. He cheated on me around 5 months ago. Um, Co-worker, few weeks of flirting, some kissing, so he says. Wants to be able to go out without telling me where he's going to be, who he will be with, or what time he will be home, and expects me to be okay with this. Okay, we're gonna start off with what the what, okay? Like, what the what? Okay. Let me know that you're here. Let me know what you're having for lunch. Drop it in the comments. I have run out of ways to explain why this makes me uncomfortable. He thinks I'm being controlling by wanting to know. I think it's on him. Mm. Volunteering that information would at least help me a little. I like advice that isn't divorce his mm, because for more reasons than I can agree, I can't. Mm-mm-mm. We have been together for 7 years. We have 2 kids. He is an excellent father to our kids, though he does lose points for reckless decisions that affect our family. The reason I say we can't get divorced is because it will put an end to his immigration process, which we have spent 10K. Oh my goodness. 10K? And so far has taken 4 years. Not normal. COVID has delayed everything. I want this process to continue because it means financial security for me and my kids, regardless of him and I being married, after we finish it. And if we even move into separate houses or look like we are not in a relationship when it's getting approved, it won't be approved. You have to prove your relationship, and the consequences of lying are very bad. I'm trying to not be selfish person who only thinks about my pride and self-worth. I know these things are very important, but when the consequences of only thinking of me are that my kids potentially go from comfort of to absolutely dirt poor, please trust this will be the case if he has to leave or I do. It's not a thing I can do. What the what? I can think of some things, but we'll wait to the end. He does have a legit argument when he says I've been controlling and manipulative in our relationship. It's sometimes I'm working on our relationship have never been typical because of his prior undocumented status. I've always had to drive him everywhere. He's generally not been able to have that typical independence that a guy in his 20s, even a married one, has. To make it worse, I've had an anxiety disorder my entire life, which I've started therapy for the past year finally. But because of his prior undocumented status, I had been petrified that something could happen to him. The Trump years scared me the blank out of me. I did use to stop him from even going out with friends after work. He used to micromanage everything he did. We had the tracking on our phones on constantly. It was extremely unhealthy for me to do that, and I pushed him away by doing this. It got to a point last year that he was just going day to day depressed, wanting to leave me, but was scared to do because of losing the kids. Neither of us from the area we live. My closest relatives live on the other side of the country. He knows I would move whether I wanted to or not. Instead of trying to talk to me about any of the things that were bothering him, he just let me do this blank while I was going on with my head up my behind, not really realizing how much I was killing us. And then started this thing with his coworker. Like, what the what? This is a long letter. Ooh. I'm not to blame for him cheating. I only to blame him for his own actions that damaged our relationship. And if he wanted to handle it a healthy way, he could have chose not to. After I found out about the cheating, we separated for a few weeks. Both had to decide if we wanted to try to fix it. And we gathered that we did. It's just cruel coincidence that the issues in our relationship can be boiled down to the husband needs more freedom. But now there are trust issues, so it also wife needs to know everything so we can build back trust. The changes we made to our relationship in the past 5 months have drastically changed our day-to-day life. Whew. There hasn't much left that I can control if I wanted to. We are just struggling on the happy balance between what makes him and what gives peace of mind. Ooh, wee. What the what? I have so many what the whats. I mean, like, I'm just, let's see what y'all have to say. So, to Trey Mack, no, I can't bless you guys with my beauty today because I really wasn't feeling good yesterday. I'm still not 100%, but I wanted to come to you guys as promised. So tomorrow I might grace you guys with the lunchtime beauty, okay? Well, thank you for the compliments. Yes, I'm just trying to get back, Trey. And there's some mood music. I hope you like the mood music, Trey. So, but I do have a kiss for you guys today. There, have a kiss. Yes, there's the kiss. So I'll go ahead and blow you guys kisses today from Detroit. I have so much to say. Oh my gosh. So Trey Mack says, so basically they got together for the green card and financial security in the first place. So so let's go back. So basically they got together for the green card and financial security in the first place. So what's your issue? She chose this. Whatever happens, happens by this point. Yes, #savage life. Yes, I agree, Trey Mack. So I mean, this sounds a lot different from 90 Day Fiance, okay? Like, it's taken a long time, like, what's really going on? So, you guys have been together for all these years, and then he still doesn't have his green card, and you guys are having babies, okay? So, I mean, we have to take some responsibility, before you get. Thank you. So, we have to take accountability before you start making decisions. I mean, I know you can't control your heart and you can't control things, but if you know he lives across the country and y'all keep pursuing a relationship, I mean, you just don't fall in love. I mean, I've never just fell in love. I just looked you in your eyes and said, "You're the one." And I know this relationship is going to be hard and you're not willing to give because someone has to give. So in this case, it looks like she thought that she can control the situation. And then you spent the whole second page of the letter telling us about how you controlled him, how you tracked him. He was not your pet. I mean, it's like he was still a human being. So you tracking him and following him around. Well, first of all, if he was going to cheat, he was going to cheat. So your tracking him didn't stop him from cheating because he wasn't afraid that you were going to track him. So basically, you just stressed yourself out because if I got to watch anyone 24/7, then I don't need you. Can you guys in the comments agree that you don't need to? I don't need you. That's too much stress. I got regular stress. I got work stress, day-to-day stress. Like right now, I need to go to the grocery store and find a parking spot and pick up my groceries. That's enough in itself. So me tracking a grown person, no, 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 no. So that's the first advice I'm going to give you. If you ever feel like you got to track someone, then that may not be the person for you. Welcome, welcome, Ellen. We're talking about a lady that basically is like 90 Day Fiance. She's been with a guy for about 10 years. He still doesn't have his green card. So they're afraid that if they separate right now, that he may not get his green card. And she needs him to stay in this good old America because they have children. And then she found out recently that he, supposedly kissed a co-worker. That's what he say. That's all that happened. But again, who knows? But I'm just saying, it sounds like this is not a relationship. Trey Mack earlier said basically it just sounds like green card and financial security, Let's just call it what it is. Did you my guys mention love? Did you guys remember seeing love in the letter? Did she mention I am madly in love with my husband and he's madly in love with me? It sounds like you guys have just made a big old pot of mistakes, okay? Just sprinkle some mistakes in there, more mistakes, and make a big old mess. I mean, like, what kind of mess is this? Yes, Trey Mack. That's what it sounds like. Like he's, I don't know what type of job he has, but he's here working. And she's, I just that should have been a red flag for him right away. Before they start making babies. Like, okay, she's a bit controlling. Like I watched the show 90 Day Fiance, and then they like call the person. They're on different time zones, and like, why you didn't answer the phone and this and that. If I got to be in that type of relationship, I don't need it. Y'all, do you guys agree? Like, for real, what kind of relationship is that where you got to check in all day? And then she said they have tracking devices on the phone. Like, what the what? She was tracking this man. They do that in the wild. When I watch those nature shows and they're tracking the animals, trying to keep up with the animals, girl, he is not an animal. Ooh wee. Mm-mm. And so Trey Mack says he cheated because he got tired of all the bullcrap. No excuses for him though. This is just sad. He has no excuses for him, but evidently he didn't care Trey Mack because she was popping up all over the place. She was, doing a bit much. So I don't know what her intentions was to get a guy who, needed a green card. Did she feel like she wanted to be in control? Because this is not anything new. She said she suffered from anxiety and had some issues going on that she's finally getting help for. But this is like just recently, like a year. Like she's only been getting counseling for about a year. So it's so much. LNV, you are with me. So if y'all agree with me in 10 years why he don't have the green card, go ahead and drop that what the what. Like why? Why you don't have your green card in 10 years? What the what? What the what is going on here? Like for real. Ellen, she said 10 years. They got children. It takes 7 years if they went through immigration. Exactly. There is something fishy about this. She said they have been together for 7 years. Um, yeah, she did say 7 years and they're in the process, but this is a long time, Ellen. I don't know. Like I said, maybe there was I'm confused. Maybe she said they were together for 7 years. So maybe okay, I don't know where I got the 10 from. Maybe she said they were together for 10 years. So I was just trying to go back to see where I got that from. But still, 710? What the? Like, really? What? Ooh, ooh, wee. These people. And so Ellen also went on to say those people 99% of the time have other families. I'm Haitian. I know how they work. Ellen, do tell. Do tell. Like, what? I mean, she has him here. They made these babies. I don't know. Like, mm. Now she's saying divorce is not an option. Yep, they have been together for 7 years. I'm sorry, y'all. Correction. It wasn't 10 years. She said they spent 10K. I'm sorry, that's where I got the 10 from. Okay, excuse me. So yeah, they spent $10,000 on getting this process completed. So 7 years and they are at the end and they have some children. So yes. So I'm just sis, we always be trying to get people to L. Like, cut your losses, okay? Because at this point, he's like, he don't want to be bothered. Like Trey Mack said, you controlled him, and now you basically made him feel like a little boy, and he's not into this. Trey Mack went on to say, I think she's been controlling that process from the beginning. Power hungry, but things went off track and she is losing control. That's why she's really upset. She lost control. Exactly. That's probably why she's in counseling now because she lost control because she felt like she was controlling him with that green card. And guys, let's think of it this way. What if she was like, taking forever with the process, making the process longer than what it was because she wanted to keep him under her thumb. Because like sometimes people know that if that person get their green card, they're out of there. So what if she was the one that was holding up the process? Whether it's financially, because it costs. Maybe she was like, well, we don't have the money right now to do this step, or we don't have this because she wanted to keep that thumb on him. What if that was, one of the issues? Interesting. Yeah, so yeah, Trey Mack, you're on to something. Maybe she was holding that green card over his head. You could be on to something. Okay, Trey Mack, we see you, we see you. The more you read this letter, the more it seems like she's the real problem. I'm with you on this, Trey. He's probably like running, like trying to get out, like I can't. And he probably, those are his children. So, I mean, even though he probably, had, I don't know. But now there's children involved. Oh, wait. So I may or may not know people who have married for papers, whether the families are here in the U.S. or back in the islands, they usually another family. Okay. Sometimes these marriages do work and they do stay together. But in this case, to the writer, I think you need to have a honest come to Jesus moment and you need to basically decide what you really want. Because if you're trying to just give him a green card, because you want financial security, and you're trying to force something, eventually it's gonna end. When there's, you started on deceit and it's not a strong foundation, sorry, it's not gonna last. Eventually, you just, basically dying a slow death. So at this point right now, it looks like he wants out, okay? Because if he's kissing the coworker and there's levels to it, I mean, I'm sure that coworker may not be the first or the last. He's not feeling you. So do what you got to do. It may be time to put an end to it. So let's just go ahead and move on to the second letter, guys. Mm-mm-mm. So the second letter, my wife feels insecure when I work out. I've always been into fitness and weight training. I used to work out 5 to 6 days a week, and most of my friends, coworkers would say I was a beast. Okay. My wife isn't into working out. She'd rather sit and watch the 3 hours of baking shows. Hmm, that's kind of odd that he says baking shows. But okay. The big problem is that when I do work out regularly and get into shape, it makes her feel insecure. Like I'm doing it to impress someone besides myself. I haven't worked out since early 2021 and it's starting to show. I feel fat and disgusted with myself and want to get back into shape, but I don't want to deal with her issues, insecurity. In a perfect world, she would be right beside me and would hit beast mode together. But due to some minor physical issues, she's just not for it. How can I get back to being the man I used to be without upsetting my wife? Hmm. Okay, so mm-mm-mm. So he ended with that she has some slight minor physical, slight, sorry, tongue tied. She has some minor physical issues. So is that something that's preventing her from working out? You know, or just like get up and just work it out. So I can say that. Um, he work out in sweat. Let me see. Ellen, you're being bad. You want to see. So, see, this is one of those things you gotta like know what type of people you're dealing with. Because I mean, I've dated some guys. I've never been a big workout girl. You know, I just, even when I lose weight or whatever, I don't be like, I guess what you call toned. So with that being said, it sounds like he's like, got that body thing, yada yada, yes. So, but when she met him, was he, built and making us want to look. So I just say, you gotta have conversations and know what kind of person you're dealing with. If workout was so important to him, maybe he should have said something like, hey, I like to work out. I love my lady to work out. But did you set those expectations? Now, I had a male panel a few months back, and one of the gentlemen on the panel was like, "Okay, I like my woman to work out. I want my woman to be healthy." So these are conversations that we need to have if it's something important to you. Just like if you go to church and you meet a guy, you say, "Okay, it's important for my man to go to church with me. We're going to be a family." So the things that are important to you, you need to discuss those before getting together. So in this case, she's just want to watch TV. And I think he was throwing jabs when he kind of said baking shows. Like, okay, I'm sure she's watching other things and she's doing other things. But why are you like, oh, she's watching baking shows? Is she really insecure because you're getting in shape? You know, like, could you like include her? Like, you said she has minor issues. So, maybe we don't know what those issues are. Maybe she hurt her back, maybe she hurt her arm, her leg. But is there some other exercise that she can do to help her, stay toned also? Or does she even want to stay toned? But I just think that you should have a conversation with her and tell her in a nice way that, you've always worked out, that you want to continue to work out for your health. And if you're not out there, with the gray sweatpants on and just throwing it all around, there's no reason for her to be jealous, as long as she know that you're her man. If you make her feel secure, she's good. Because a fat man can, cheat. So, or anyone can cheat. So Trey, do you agree that he should go and just tell her that, this is something that he enjoys doing, but, he would love for her to join? I just think that's what they should do. So we're going to go back with Ellen. She said, let me see. She want to see the gray sweatpants. So Trey Mack says, most men don't worry about the kids as long as the mother is worth her salt. But if the mother's flaky, that's when you see men sticking in situations they shouldn't. So I think he's going back to letter number 1. But I'm just gonna say, like I said, to the guy from letter 2, continue to work out. But just make sure that she's feeling secure. I mean, you can't make anyone feel like they're already insecure. But what I mean by that is that you're not doing no funny business. That you're not, calling the ladies from the gym or texting the ladies from the gym, about personal stuff. Because there's a lot of things that can, cause us to question what you're doing. So Trey Mack says her insecurity could come from the fact that she knows her man is probably attractive, yet he chose her, and she may have always wondered why. Maybe that's something that she has to deal with herself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a person that's not making you feel insecure any way, that they're letting you know that they only have eyes for you, then that's that problem is with you. Now again, if he's moving mad by going out and having, whatever shakes with one of the ladies at the gym, and they're going on afterwards for 2 hours, stuff like that's inappropriate for a married man. Yeah, but I mean, I just wonder what she looks like. Because he never really discussed her physique, but he felt like, he was, a hot thing. So, sir, like I said, I've had guys that's been in shape, but I knew that, I'm not a gym person again. And I enjoy looking at your body, but I'm just not that chick that's going to be in the gym 5 to 6 days a week. Sorry. And I was cool with it. Now, when you come to being, disrespectful to the relationship, that's a whole different thing. But I don't think the body has anything to do with that level of disrespect. That person is just a disrespectful person if they are disrespectful to the relationship. So that's all we have for you guys today. We have 2 letters. We will come back tomorrow with another advice letters. So guys, make sure that you like the video. Again, come back tomorrow, same time, 12 o'clock noon, and we will have another letter. And Trey Mack says, if you're with a person who has self-doubt, there's no much you can do to help that. She ultimately needs to deal with that issue herself. Exactly, that's what I said, Trey. I had a guy that was fine, okay? Fine. A nice chocolate brother with muscles for days, okay? That brother was fine. But, hey, it was good while it lasted. I didn't, think of myself as any less because I didn't have, toned arms or whatever. And some guys are attracted to, a girl with a little fluff. Sometimes, my ex used to say I was thicky thick. Okay, I'm good. I'm good over here. Listen, I'm good. You like it or you don't. So again, but the level of disrespect if that comes into play, that's something different. That means that person is just a disrespectful person. So he didn't mention in the letter if he was doing disrespectful things while she felt insecure. So Trey Mack says, if you're with a person who has self-doubts, there's not much you can do. Okay, I read that one already. So yeah. So guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You guys, I do appreciate you guys dropping those comments in. And I'm going to go ahead and have me some lunch and DoorDash something. I don't know what I will DoorDash today, but it's that type of day, DoorDash. And make sure you guys get a copy of my book if you don't already have it. That's the book. And I'm going to go ahead and drop on up out of here.
Yeah. You're now tuned into Women of Power. Simone. With Kea Simone. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone else. Hey! Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone now. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone. Never lose yourself. Trying to find someone now. Woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah. If you a woman with power. Woman with power. Say yeah, yeah. Hey, women of power. Kea Simone. Women of power. Kea Simone.